हमारा live है. Good evening, friends. I'm Dr. Ajay Shah, bringing you this another Facebook Live. We are continuing on our weight loss series. This is segment number 24. So I want you to watch segment 1 to 23 on YouTube. They already are available on YouTube. This is segment number 24. Segment 1 has been watched now 1,000 or more times. So start with segment 1. This is segment 24. Last Sunday, I also did a 4 hour, a comprehensive seminar on weight loss. That's already also on YouTube. So if you have time, watch that seminar. That seminar actually is a complete thing you need to know to lose weight. So let's start with our segment 24. As I uh, teach this thing on how to lose weight in a healthy way, effective way, and a simple way, I've been doing this thing for last 40 years. I'm a board certified cardiologist. I'm a board certified lifestyle medicine doctor. So if you are busy, if you don't have everyday time to go to books, go to YouTube videos, learn from Google, I will do that job for you. Every day I watch uh, at least 1 hour of videos on weight loss. I read books, I listen to audiobooks, and come out with new information and reinforce the important information every day. So even though I welcome you go and find your own information and do your own research, if you are busy and if you don't have time, just join me every night on this weight loss live. And you can watch it on YouTube if you are not able to join every day. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm also very, very excited to announce a new partnership, a new program with one of the very competent, one of the very, very knowledgeable, and one of the very experienced person. Her name is Meryl Fury. We will be starting a new program, which is much needed program in this country, and that's obesity and African American women. We will be doing 30-minute live a week starting not this Sunday, but the next following Sunday, every Sunday at 8 o'clock at night for half an hour. We'll be also available to give a lot of lectures and a lot of talks to the small groups, group of 10 or more. We'll be also available to do Zoom calls with all various churches across the nation if needed. So please stay tuned for announcement of that program and also start watching our Facebook Live on African American women and obesity. Um, I myself is also available to give group lectures to group of 10 or more on obesity. Doesn't have to be African American. It could be any segment of population, any groups, any church, any any kind of organization. And I'll be happy to give lectures as long as there are 10 or more people in the group. As you watch this thing, please comment on YouTube. Please comment on Facebook. Please like and ask questions. Please subscribe to our channel. Recently, I saw a patient who actually had signed up. Matter of fact, I saw two patients this week who are signed up with a app called Noom, Noom. And truly, I like the Noom app. Noom app, it works with a mindset of losing weight. It also has a program where a health coach gives you text message how your day is going, how is your nutrition going. It also works with caloric density. I think it costs about $30 or $35 a month, but if you can afford it, Noom is a very, very good app if you want to follow it. Obviously, I don't get any cut or commission, but I like the app the way it was being administered to some of my patients. Um, there's another thing which I also want you to understand that knowledge is enough probably for all of us. All of us know what is healthy for us and what we should be eating. It's the habits which we many times lack and we don't have. So creating habits is very important, and that's where creating an environment which we have talked about in many of my previous episodes, cleaning out your pantry and keeping only healthy, whole food, plant-based, no oil things, cleaning out your refrigerator, setting up your kitchen top and kitchen counters with fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds will create an environment. So when you come home in the evening tired, you actually only have access to healthy food. creating an environment for exercise where you have a gym membership, or you have a walking partner, or you have a treadmill at home, or you have a stationary bike at home. So creating an environment is going to be very, very important. I think we all have enough knowledge, including myself. I've lost 50, 55 pounds, and I maintained the loss, but I have gained about 10 or 15 pounds back, which I need to lose. And again, my knowledge is adequate. It's just that habits I need to reinforce so I can lose my last 10 or 15 pounds. So again, let's work on creating habits, because like I said, we all know what we should be eating and what is not good for us. It's just that we need to create habits of healthy eating and habits of all six pillars of healthy lifestyle, including sleep, including stress management, and including substance abuse, including alcohol. Also, another thing I learned that when we make an error in choosing any food, for example, if a person has a cookie or a beer or a burger, and if that person feels guilty and continuously feel guilty for hours in a row, then that person actually has a very high chance of repeating that behavior. It's almost paradoxic. When we feel guilty, we actually end up repeating that behavior. So if you make error in eating any unhealthy food, that's okay. Reflect on it. Why did you do that? What was your mood? What were your emotions? Were you tired? Did you not have access to healthy food? Were you overtly hungry? Did you not exercise? Did you not sleep well? So reflect why you made that error in eating unhealthy food, and write down that those reasons for eating unhealthy food, and that way you will next time avoid those reasons, and that will actually make you not eat unhealthy food. So always reflect on why you eat unhealthy food, and and analyze why you ate unhealthy food, and write it down in your phone or on a notebook, but never feel guilty of eating any unhealthy food. Guilty emotions is just not the right emotion. Matter of fact, people who drink a lot of alcohol, they always feel guilty next morning, and then their behavior continues. So guilt is not the answer. Reflection, analysis, and making a journal is the answer. And that way, you will actually have the understanding and knowledge how your mind works, and that way you will not make that error again. Again, I'm not calling it a mistake. It's just an error, and it just we all do that. I do that. We all are human. We all make mistakes. Another thing I learned also, which Chef AJ clearly says, and even Alan Goldhammer from True North clearly says, that we need to eliminate salt from our diet. Salt not only increases the blood pressure and can cause heart failure worse, but salt also actually is an appetite stimulant. When people eat salty food, they typically eat 10 to 15% more calories, and that's almost 2 to 300 more calories per day. And if that's the case, it will be very difficult to lose weight. So try to eliminate salt. All natural plant-based food has a salt, including salad and all the vegetables and all the fruits. Every plant-based food has a small amount of salt, and if you eat adequate amount of food, you will get 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams sodium, and that's all you need to survive. So you truly don't need to add additional salt in your cooking. And also, when you eat any food, make sure you are aware how much salt is in there. Typically, processed food, packaged food have a lot more salt. The food manufacturing company hijack your brain by adding salt, sugar, and oil. We all know that. They make you addictive to salt, oil, and sugar. So beware of salt in every processed food. Also, animal products, particularly certain meat, have a lot of salt. Cheese has a lot of salt. So beware that a lot of the food has salt, and we should avoid those kind of food. The natural food, whole food, plant-based, like vegetables cooked and raw, intact grains is water-based cook. Beans with water-based cooking has typically very low amount of salt, and you can safely consume that natural sodium in the diet. The next thing I'm also learning by watching some of the human psychology and weight loss, that typically happy people are lean and happy people are healthy. So again, we don't know what comes first, whether health comes first or happiness comes first, or happiness and then health. Obviously, they're all intertwined. But I realize myself from my own personal example that whenever I'm happy, I make good choices. Whenever I'm happy, I make right choices. Whenever I'm happy, I sleep better, I exercise more, I eat healthy, I have better relationship, I avoid the alcohol. So try to be happy first. And there are a lot of books on happiness. There are a lot of books on how to have bliss, how to have gratitude. All those things are very important. I have a separate video on YouTube on my channel, Healthy Living with Dr. Ajay Shah, on happiness. It's about 2 or 3 hour long video on happiness. If you don't want to read, 30 or 40 books on happiness and not watch hundreds of videos on happiness, you can just watch a 2 or 3 hour long video on happiness on my channel, and you will start to understand what brings happiness to us. And many of the things will be surprise to you, but keeping as simple as a gratitude journal, keeping a worry journal, uh, not over indulging into buying material thing, and investing into experiences, spending time with the family, and spending time with friends. Also, exercising, sleeping adequate hours, not having too much alcohol or completely abstaining from alcohol. Those things will bring you happiness. And the reason I explain about all this thing in this obesity or weight loss seminar, because typically weight loss means more than what we just eat. If it was that simple that correcting eating will lose weight, everybody will be able to do it. I think it's a whole comprehensive approach, including all 6 pillars, and particularly, like I said, people who are happy are typically lean. People who are happy typically are healthy. So try to be happy first before even you go on this weight loss journey. Happy first. And again, you can watch my video on happiness, and you will start to get some tricks and techniques and some methods how you can be happy from tomorrow or next week after you watch my video. So watch that video. There are a lot of good slides. Take notes and watch that video on happiness. Other thing I also learned from watching Chef AJ, that for most of us, including myself, for most of us, abstinence or 100% compliance is easier than moderation. And like Dr. Esselstyn says, moderation kills. Because of moderation, we have millions of people with heart disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity. So truly, moderation is not the answer. 100% compliance and abstinence is the answer. And somehow paradoxically, abstinence with our mindset is much easier than moderation. When moderation is exercised, sometimes we cannot control our limits and we always go overboard. But when we have a total compliance, 100% compliance, and total abstinence, it almost paradoxically becomes easier. Um, so again, try to have 100% compliance if that's how your mindset is. Some people are capable of doing moderation. I kind of salute to them. I give kudos to them because most people are not stay in moderation. People who are naturally have a strong mindset, they can stay in moderation. They can stop after one bite of a cookie or one spoon of ice cream or few sips of a beer or few sips of wine. Or one slice of pizza. There are people who are strong enough that they can have moderation, but most people, I would say 90% of people, are not meant for moderation. So if you are one of those 90%, 100% abstinence or 100% compliance is easier and better way to go than try to do moderation. Um, I also taken a pledge myself that I'm not going to have alcohol for next 90 days. Today is day 10. Typically, I used to have 1 or 2 drinks once or twice a week after a long day with friends, with company. I used to use it as a social setting and just having some fun, few sips here and there. But I realized that that's not healthy for me, and sometimes I would go overboard at parties and this and that. So I decided that I'm going to try 90 days without alcohol. Today is day 10. Alcohol has a many issues, including health issues, including losing control, driving and drunken driving, work productivity, sleep, many issues. Alcohol can cause breast cancer. Alcohol can cause many other cancers. Alcohol can cause cirrhosis. So I'll have a separate talk on alcohol and its issues and complications and effects. But truly, zero alcohol is the best policy. If you have one drink as a woman, two drinks as a man, I can understand. But zero alcohol is the best policy. So if you're watching, go ahead and either if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, to see if you can also take a same pledge that you will have a no alcohol for next 90 days. Go ahead and comment it on YouTube or on Facebook if you are taking that pledge, and we will support each other. So again, zero alcohol is the best policy. Alcohol also brings a lot of empty calories. Typically, beers have 100 to 350, 400 calories, and nobody drinks one beer. People have two, three beers. And when people have two, three beers, nobody eats broccoli. Most people eat very unhealthy food, including cheese nachos and pizzas and other things, fries and onion rings and other things, very unhealthy food. So many times alcohol not just brings empty calories itself, it also brings a lot of the unhealthy food choices also. So alcohol needs to go. Uh, I was reading a book called Atomic Habits. I read that book 2 years ago, and I restarted reading and listening on audio on Audible. And in creating habits, it's very important that we realize what the cue is. And cue essentially is the environment. So, for example, if you have ice cream in the refrigerator, that would be a cue to eat unhealthy food. But if you don't have a refrigerator ice cream in the refrigerator, then you will not have that cue. So trying to eliminate the cue of unhealthy eating would be a right thing to do. Once you have the cue, it's very difficult to change the action. So again, cue can be unhealthy, cue can be healthy also. If you have apple sitting on your kitchen counter, that's a cue to eat healthy, and then you will have action of eating healthy. I also want you to have a reward after a healthful habit that will reinforce your habit. So, for example, if you don't drink alcohol for 10 days, you can have a reward of buying a book or buying a new t-shirt, which I just bought. My wife just bought this t-shirt. It's a brand new t-shirt, just got it yesterday or today. Uh, uh, or you can go for a massage, or you can buy kitchen instrument or equipment, or you can go for Medicare or Medicure or pedicure, or you can buy anything. You can it can buy anything which is healthy, which is going to advance. You can buy books even. You can subscribe to Audible to listen to audiobooks. You can do a lot of healthy things which are non-food items to reward your behavior. So again, have a healthy cue, have a action following healthy cue, and have a reward after a healthy action. If you keep doing that, your habits will be reinforced, and you will actually make a habit over next 3 weeks. Typically it's between 3 weeks and 61 days. So once you do it for 3 weeks to 61 days, it will become automatic, just like brushing our teeth. We brush our teeth every morning. That's like a no brainer. We just do it automatically. As soon as we wake up, we pass the urine, we have our bowel movement, and we have a brush and we brush our teeth. So same way, if you create those habits of healthy eating, then you will have automatic response and you will not have errors in your judgment. Also, uh, for example, steps. Uh, for last 4 years, I have made a habit of walking every hour, actually every 10 minutes. I typically walk anywhere from 15 to 22, 23,000 steps a day. Whenever I'm free in between patients, I walk. Whenever I'm free at home, I walk. I just walk all day. In the kitchen, I walk. In the family room where our TV is, I walk while everybody's watching TV. I just don't sit. So steps have become a second nature for me, and I just walk nonstop all day. And that's how I have made a habit of moving every hour. And that's how I maintain 15 to 23,000 steps per day. And that's how I'm able to maintain my weight loss of 50 pounds for last 5 years. So again, you can make habit with a healthy cue, healthy action, and a healthy reward. So again, remember, creating habits will require having a healthy cue, healthy action, and healthy reward. Also, creating habit will require removing unhealthy cue, removing unhealthy action, and not giving reward for unhealthy actions. So again, create a habit. Read book Atomic Habits, one of the good book, one of the dense book, very thick. But if you have time, if you are able to listen on Audible, listen to the book on Audible, Atomic Habits. That I also want you to, as you watch this thing, I want you to have a confidence. I want you to have a strength that you are capable of losing weight. Having that confidence is probably 20 or 30% of the thing required for this weight loss journey. If you have confidence, if you are optimistic, and if you are thinking positive, the results will happen. Again, people who are positive, people who are optimistic, people who are confident, they have a higher chance of weight loss. Obviously, knowing what to eat, exercise, sleep, all those things are important, but mindset is also very important. So having a confidence, having a positive mindset, having an optimistic mindset is also very, very important. Um, I also want you to have a stress management techniques, and that includes having a gratitude journal, having a daily journal, and all those journaling will help you to keep stress low. Emotional eating is a major issue when it comes down to weight loss. A lot of people are not able to lose weight because they have emotional eating, and stress management becomes very important for emotional eating. I've given in previous segments how you can overcome emotional eating. So watch those segments. Again, watch segment 1 to 23 and then watch 24 segment again. This segment will be on YouTube, so you can watch it again and again. Also, you can watch my 4-hour seminar, which I did it on Sunday. It's already on YouTube. That's one of the most comprehensive seminar. Please comment on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like our page. Please share this thing on our page, and please stay tuned for our new program, new Facebook Live every Sunday night at 8 o'clock with Meryl Fury on African American women and obesity. Have a great evening, friends. I will be back tomorrow. Sleep well tonight. Don't eat too late in East Coast. If you are in West Coast, have a dinner 4 hours before you go to sleep. Meditate if you can. Floss your teeth and have a perfect evening. Thank you very much.